Hello everybody, Joel from JNA Bricks here. Today I'm just going to be showing you guys what's been going on in the city because we have actually been doing quite a bit. Like if you look in that corner, we now have a JNA Bricks dock, but I'm going to talk about that in just a second because you guys might be wondering what's been going on at the fire station. Almost nothing. Nothing has changed here. We don't have anything to make progress, so nothing's changed. It's basically just sitting the same, although a couple vehicles have moved into their little spots, like what I call the Tiny Wheels car is sitting behind our two custom hot rods. But anyway, and since nothing has changed over here, actually, I'm not sure if this is a new thing or not, but in case it is, the Hogwarts Express now has its own little spot next to the fire station, and I thought it would make a really good display piece, so now the locomotive and the tender are just sitting next to each other. So now, let's go over the mess of Legos, and we'll look at the dock, which currently is kind of in a plain state. There's not too much going on here yet, but I did get it cleaned up from the massive mess that it was not too long ago. So let's go over the major things that I did. The fishing house has moved its location quite a bit, and actually the whole entire city, as a matter of fact, has kind of moved a little bit. Its placement tweaked a little bit so that the table is actually in place with where base plates are going to sit so that they're flush on the edge, which we need a half plate for here and a half plate over there, so a 32 by 16 that'll fill both of these spots, and then the beach and the dock will be done, and then yeah, the road will be put in over here as is kind of being worked on right now. But anyway, the fishing house changed its location quite a bit, and other than that, everything basically changed or stayed the same. And then over here, I just built fences out of jail doors, which we had a very oddly massive number of. So you can see that those are just held up with some little clips on the floor, and the base plates rather. So there are two behind the new place for my lights and sound locomotive, and then there's one splitting the two tracks, the one that's going into the dock and the one that continues onto the main line and then loops around. And then some detail has gone into the water area, like we just got. There's a 32 by 32 base plate, or 32 by 32 stud base plate not too long ago. But that's pretty much all that has gone on over here besides the fences, and of course the detailing for the shore was done all over again, like all the plants and foliage. Then you got some weird little things going on, like the crocodile trying to eat the crab and that sort of stuff. But the one thing that I'm really proud of that I did not too long ago, actually just yesterday, was these little guys. It's sort of an edger, or filling the edge for the fences so that they don't look so weird. So they just clip onto the edge with modified 1x2 with studs on either side, and then some tree toppings put on the other side, and then there's one there, and then there's one over here as well. And then for these two, they actually have some more end pieces so that they don't look so plain, but the brown colors to kind of make it look like a plant. But other than that, that's pretty much everything that's gone on. Obviously the crane did get a new home, so now it has a track that it runs along that will go from the train to our future boats, which my dad is actually building one right now, but no sneak peeks yet. But the crane also did get a little bit of a size upgrade. As you can see, it's a little bit longer. In here, you can see some 1x2s in there, which that's not stock, I guess. But obviously the crane is quite a bit longer now so that it can fit a larger ship or a larger vessel in here, so that when we actually build a boat, it'll fit. But anyway, there's what's been going on in the city, so expect some more customs. We are working on quite a couple customs, so if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, like the video, and follow us on Instagram.